Yeah, guys. What we discussed in the previous class. No. So we discussed about the so Apache web server, right? Apache Apache web server, right? Hosting static website in web server. Hosting static website in web server, right?
హరి గారు ఓన్లీ 2 to 3 పీపుల్ అయితే టైమింగ్స్ ఈవినింగ్ కి షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తే బెటర్ కదండి. అంటే లాస్ట్ 1 వీక్ నుంచి మేమిద్దరమే జాయిన్ అవుతున్నాము.
అవును,
సో
అవును. మీకు ఈవినింగ్ ఓకేనా?
నాకు ఓకే అండి.
ఓకే, ఒకసారి లెట్ మీ
మార్నింగ్స్
చెక్ విత్
అప్పుడప్పుడు
సజెస్ట్.
ఆఫీస్ ట్రావెల్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది కదా, సో టైమింగ్స్ నాకు ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది 7 to 8.
ఓకే, ఈవినింగ్ అయితే నాకు ఓకే అండి.
మీరు సజెస్ట్ చేయండి ఏదో ఒక టైం, మనం ఈవినింగ్ పెట్టుకుందాం క్లాస్.
సరే. సో ఈరోజు మార్నింగ్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి రేపు నుంచి ఈవినింగ్ పెడతాం.
యా యా.
Yeah, static hosting static website in web server. So you already know, right? Mm, for example, this is any one environment, either something like dev environment. We take as a so this is a dev environment, right? So what are the servers for deploying? For example, this is app server. This is a DB server. Static website, dynamic website. So do you know what is the difference between static website and dynamic website, guys? What is static website? So what is a dynamic website? Hosting static website in web servers, for example. Okay. What is a website, guys? What is a website? So website is nothing but a collection of web pages, right? Websites are two types. Websites are website is nothing but a collection of web pages. So websites are two types. So websites are two types. So one is static website The second one is dynamic website. So dynamic website. So what is static website, guys? What is static website? Static website will give same response for the user. So means a fixed content. What is that? Fixed content. Static website is nothing but a so we can read the pages, something like so without a DB intervention, something like a sign up, upload images, upload videos, right? A fixed content will be their static website. What is dynamic website? Dynamic website means content will display based on the user action, location, time. What is that? User actions. We want to sign up. We want to upload the image. We can upload the videos, right? A dynamic website means it means content will display based on user action, based on user action, location, and time. Location and time. Right, guys? To run the to run the website, we need to deploy the website inside a server. To run a website, we need to deploy that website inside a server. Inside a server. Right, guys? So you already know, right, how to install the Apache and how to run the Apache. Right. Yeah. So we already discussed about the Apache, Apache in the CentOS 9 or 7. Right. So what we are discussing something like a Tomcat, Tomcat web server, Tomcat a web server. So something like a what is this? This is a app server Tomcat. What is this? This is nothing but a app server. So what is application server? Purpose of application servers. What is application server and purpose of application server? What is application server and what purpose of application server? So what is application server? An application server is a software framework that provides a platform for developing, deploying, and managing web applications. What is an application server? An application server, an application server is a software framework. So application server framework that provides a platform that provides a platform for developing, deploying, and managing web application. What is an application server is a software framework that provides a platform for developing, deploying, and managing web applications. Right? It acts as a it acts as an intermediary between the user and web browser. So, and the database or other backend systems that store and manage the data by using the applications. Okay. They also provide a range of administrative tools to manage and monitor the application, such as security management, load balancing, performance tuning, and etc. So some examples of a popular application servers include Apache Tomcat. Some examples of some examples of popular application popular application servers include Apache Tomcat, Apache Tomcat, JBoss, okay, JBoss, IBM, IBM WebSphere, IBM WebSphere, something like Microsoft IIS, and Oracle WebLogic, Oracle WebLogic. These servers can be used to run a wide range of web-based applications. These servers, these servers can be used to run a wide range of web-based applications. So wide range of applications from simple web pages to complex enterprise web pages. For simple web pages to complex enterprise applications. From simple web page to complex enterprise web applications. Okay. So what is a web application? An application server is a software framework that provides a platform for developing, deploying, and managing web applications. Some examples of popular Popular application servers include Apache Tomcat, JBoss, IBM, Microsoft IaaS, and Oracle WebLogic. These servers can be used to run wide range of web applications for a simple web pages to complex enterprise applications. Complex enterprise applications. The purpose of application server. The primary purpose of application server is to provide a platform for developing, deploying, and managing application. So it acts as a intermediary between the user and web user and the backend systems to store manage database by the application. So something like hosting and managing a web application. What is the purpose of web application? Hosting and so what is the purpose of web applications? Hosting and hosting and managing web application. Okay, hosting and managing the web application and scalability and reliability. Scalability and reliability. Third one is security. Third one is security. And fourth one is integration. Third one is integration. Okay. So hosting and managing a web application. What is the hosting and managing a web application? So an application server provides a runtime environment for hosting and managing the web applications. So right, an application server. What are the application servers? Tomcat, Tomcat. These all are the application servers. So an application server provides a runtime environment for hosting and managing the web application. This include handling the user request, managing sessions, and providing a variety of services such as database connectivity, web services, and messaging purpose. So what is scalability? Scalability and reliability. So what is scalability and reliability? An application provides tools and features for managing scalability and reliability of web applications. It can handle the high volumes of traffic, distribute load across the multiple servers, and provide failure capabilities in case of hardware and software failures. So, what is security? An application server provides a range of security features to protect our web application from attacks and ensure that the integrity and confidentiality of the data. This includes user authentication, authorization, data encryption, protection, and assistant cross-site scripting and the other security vulnerabilities. So, what is integration? Integration with enterprise systems. An application server provides integration with enterprise systems such as database messaging systems and other backend systems. This allows web application to access and manipulate data stored in the systems and exchange the other applications. So overall, the purpose of an application server is to provide a comprehensive platform for developing, deploying, and managing web applications while ensuring scalability, reliability, and security and integration with enterprise applications. Guys, understood the purpose of application server? The purpose of application servers. So, what are the application server vendors? Application server vendors. So, who are the application server vendors? So, who are the application server vendors? So, Apache, Tomcat. One is Apache, one is Apache Tomcat. The second one is JBoss. Okay. The third one is IBM WebSphere. IBM WebSphere. Fourth one is Oracle WebLogic. Fifth one is Microsoft IAS. Microsoft IAS. So something like sixth one is Glassfish. Something like seventh one is Wildfly. Something like eighth one is Apache. Geronimo. Apache. Geronimo. So what is Apache Tomcat? Apache Tomcat is a widely used open source application server that supports Java, servlet Java, server pages, technologies. It supports Java. Widely used, it supports Java. Okay. So which one? It supports the Java. So JBoss applications. So what is the extension for this? .var or .jar. JBoss. So what is a JBoss? JBoss is the popular open source application server that supports Java. So this one also Java. Java enterprise applications, enterprise edition technologies. It is developed and maintained by the Red Hat. Who developed and maintained? This is developed by the Red Hat team. Red Hat INC. Okay, JBoss. So JBoss also supports for the Java enterprise applications. So IBM WebSphere. WebSphere is a commercial application server that supports Java technologies. This also supports Java only. This also supports Java Java technologies. It is widely used in enterprise environments. It is widely used in enterprise environment. So Oracle WebLogic. Oracle Web Server is a commercial application server that supports Java technologies. It is widely used in the enterprise environment and it is developed and maintained by the Oracle. So this is also supported for the Java and so maintained by the Oracle. So Microsoft IaaS. Microsoft IaaS is nothing but a Internet Information Service. What is that? IaaS is nothing but a Internet Information Service. So Internet Information Service is a web server that allows includes application server capabilities. It supports .NET technologies and it is widely used in the Windows-based application. So what is that? It supports .NET technologies because of .NET is developed by the Microsoft and Microsoft IaaS. Both are the same platform, right? It supports. So what is that? A Glassfish. Glassfish is an open source application that supports. This also supports Java Java application. This also supports Java applications. Wildfire. So server support Java application. It is developed and maintained by the Eclipse Foundation. Glassfish is developed by the Eclipse. Who is Eclipse Foundation? Eclipse Foundation. Wildfly. So what is Wildfly? Wildfly is an open source application server that supports. This also supports Java enterprise applications. J2EE. It is developed and maintained by the Red Hat. So this is this is also developed by the Red Hat only. Apache Geronimo. Apache Geronimo is an open source application that supports. This is also supports Java. This also supports Java. It is developed and maintained by the Apache Software Foundation. Who is Apache Software Foundation? Apache Software Foundation. Now you understood? So what is application server? Popular purpose of application servers and application server vendors. Guys understood? Yeah. So what we are discussing in the class? So in this class, we are discussing about the Apache Tomcat. We are discussing about the Apache Tomcat and how it works. So what is that? How Tomcat works. How Tomcat works. Apache Tomcat is a popular open source web server, servlet container that provides a runtime environment for Java web-based applications. Here are a brief overview of how Tomcat works on. So something like what are those? Client sends a request. So client send a request. Tomcat receives that request.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, just no joined.
Hello.
ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అయ్యారా?
Hello, bro. Is my voice audible?
ఎస్.
Okay. Sorry,
జస్ట్
నాకు
నో జాయిన్.
అవునండి. అది ఆన్ కాల్ అన్నమాట. నేను ప్రొడక్షన్ ఆన్ కాల్.
ఓకే.
కాల్ పోతా ఉంది. ఇప్పుడే వేరే షిఫ్టింగ్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ ఇచ్చి వచ్చేసా.
Okay. So you already know the WebLogic, right? Oracle WebLogic.
No. WebSphere we know.
You know WebSphere.
Yes.
Okay, IBM WebSphere. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
ఈరోజు AWS స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా అన్నారు కదండి.
అవునవును. యాక్చువల్గా టామ్ క్యాట్ అవ్వాలి.
ఓకే.
టామ్ క్యాట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత AWS స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం.
Yeah.
So client sends a request, Tomcat receives a request, and Tomcat sends the response. Next, Tomcat manages the application Tomcat can be customized. The next, yeah. So client sends a request. So what is client sends a request? So so whenever a user access a web application, whenever when a user access a web application hosted on Tomcat. So hosted on Tomcat, for example, WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever the application is hosted website. The client sends a request. So when a user access a web application hosted on the Tomcat, their web browser sends a request to the Tomcat server. Tomcat server. Okay. So for example, this is the application. So end user. Who is that? End user is nothing but a client side request. We are getting the client side request. He's typing something like in the web browser www.google.com. So client says sends a request. So client send a request. Which request he is asking to get the Google page. So whenever a user access a web application posted on the Tomcat, this is the Tomcat, for example, or this is the Tomcat. So right. So, so their web browser sends a request to the Tomcat server. So, for example, through the HTTP or HTTPS. So, browser sends a request to the Tomcat server. Tomcat server receives that request. Tomcat server receives that request and process it using the appropriate servlet container. Appropriate servlet container. So then servlet container purpose of the request. So servlet container process request. A servlet container process the request and send generate a response. This may involve running the servlets, the JSP, server pages, and other components of the web application. Tomcat sends a response. So once we get this right, Tomcat sends the response. It will open the response. Once the servlet container has generated the response, Tomcat sends it back to the user web browser. So Tomcat manages the application. Tomcat manages the web application by handling requests, managing sessions, and providing of a range of services such as database connectivity, security, and clustering. So Tomcat can be customized. Tomcat can be customized using the configuration files. So Tomcat can be customized configuration files, deployment descriptors, and other tools to optimize performance, security, and other aspects of a web application. So the overall Tomcat provides a comprehensive platform for developing and deploying and managing the Java-based web applications. What is that? Overall, Tomcat provides a comprehensive platform for developing, deploying, and managing Java-based web application. Java-based web applications. It provides a runtime environment for servlets and JSP, JSPs as well as a range of features and services to support web application development support development and management. Okay, to support and development and manages. So, what are the use cases? So, use cases for the web applications. So, what are the use cases? Use cases are hosting a Java web applications, development and testing, load balancing, high availability, integration with enterprise systems, RESTful web services, servlet container. So what are those? What are the use cases, guys? So one is hosting Java web application, hosting Java web application. The second one is development, development and testing. The third one is load balancing, load balancing. Fourth one is high availability, high availability. So fifth one is integration with enterprise systems. Sixth one is RESTful web application, web services. The seventh one is servlet container. Okay, hosting a web application. What is that? Hosting a web application. So Tomcat is commonly used for hosting web Java-based web applications, including enterprise web applications, e-commerce sites, content management systems, and more. Okay, now you understood hosting Java web applications. Hosting Java web application, Tomcat is commonly used for hosting Java-based web applications, including enterprise web applications, e-commerce web applications, content management systems, and more. So development and testing. What are the development and testing? Tomcat can be used for local development and testing of a web application. It's a lightweight architecture and easy of a configuration make it popular choice for the developers. Load balancing. So what is a load balancing? Tomcat can be used in the conjunction with other web servers such as Apache HTTPD server or Nginx to provide a load balancing and failure capabilities of the web applications. High availability and clustering. What is high availability and clustering? Tomcat supports clustering can be used to provide high availability and scalability for the web application in enterprise environments. So what are the integration with the enterprise systems? So integration with the enterprise systems. Tomcat can be integrated with the various enterprise systems such as databases, messaging systems, and other backend system, making it popular choice for the building complex enterprise web applications. RESTful web services. Tomcat supports the development and deployment of a RESTful web services, so making it popular choice for building and deploying the services. Servlet container. So what is a servlet container? Tomcat can be used as a standalone servlet container for run to run servlets and JSP pages. So without need of full of the web servers. So something like overall, the Tomcat is a versatile and widely used application server that provides a flexible and scalable platform for hosting and managing Java-based applications. So managing and Java-based applications. Guys, understood? How you can download and install and configure the Tomcat on the Linux distribution. So how you can download and run download and how you can install and how you can deploy the applications. Okay. So what is that? Download, install and configure Tomcat on Linux Linux distributions. So how to download? Yeah. So Tomcat is it third party web web server. So web server. Tomcat is a third party web server. So where we can download these third party softwares, where we can install the OPT Tomcat. So under download, first we can go to the Tomcat website and um, download Apache Tomcat. So download the Apache Tomcat application. So how to download the Apache Tomcat? You see, so tomcat.apache.org is the official website for downloading. So 9.10.0. So here you can click the download. Yes. So we can download the tar.gzip files. So we can download the tar.gzip, copy link address, Oracle virtual machine. Starting the mission. Space 2.102. 192.168.1.102. Open right, accept, root, edit, change settings, parents, change, 18, okay, apply. Yeah, so CD, where we can install the third party software here, right? So we can download this zip file, okay, copy link address, then duplicate, rpm-qa, duplicate is installed, install, duplicate, duplicate, right? Okay, error downloading packages and df file from ht, okay, yep, install, duplicate, okay, duplicate, yeah, I'm downloading 9, yeah, So for installing the Tomcat, we need a Java, right? Install Java. Okay. Then cd opt. Yeah. Oh, where you downloaded that time? Yeah. Move budget Tomcat. Right. Yeah. In X means extract the files. Yeah. Move cd opt, right? Here you need to create a mkdir Tomcat. Yeah. Move Apache. Move Apache Tomcat code. Opt Tomcat. ls cd opt Tomcat. New opt. Move Apache Tomcat opt slash cd dot ls. Move Apache Tomcat as a Tomcat. Cd Tom. cd Tomcat. Apache Tomcat. Mhm. Move Apache Tomcat as a Tomcat. Cd Tomcat. Yeah. So right, opt Tomcat. So cd web apps. So where we can deploy our code, we can deploy our code in the web apps folder. Okay. So so bin folder, cd bin. So bin is nothing but a start to stop or shut down the files, right? So where we can deploy our code, cd web apps, web apps. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the web apps. So we need to download the that any one example of the lab 6. Yeah. So we need to download the var r char, right? 6C. Jumped for it. Sample, where are jar files? Simple labs 6C. Uh, Lab 6 dot where is deployed, right? IPA 192.168. Right? Need to start the Tomcat. CD dot slash bin dot slash startup at sh. Yeah, Tomcat is started. PSI and EF pipe grep pipe grep and Tomcat. Yeah, Tomcat is started. Now let's see. HTTP colon double slash 192.1.102 colon 8080 port number of the Tomcat. Now we need to stop the file, all right. Systemctl stop firewall D. Yeah, so slash Page. Six. This is the one. We will deploy this application, right? Lab 6. I think this is the file. Safe anyway. Competition cd/mobility cd tomcat your labs. Yeah, lab 6.where file is there, right? Hmm. HTTP :// localhost lab 6. Hmm. WK. Yes. cd.jet bin. Shutdown mode. message .sh dot 02 slash slash a. The requested URL is not found on the server. Why? Mm-hmm. So just here stop. Where's my to see where's my picture? Manage apps. Post manager. Server status. You're not authorized to view this page. Sure. Off. It's showing right. Update the user's information in the Tomcat web server.xml. The user's Tomcat. Tomcat. 1 second. Tomcat users.xml, right? VA. Tomcat users.xml. Set the user sum. Needs to be role services. Manager UI. We can set this. Paste it. Nice. get cancelled. Start right. The requested URL was not found on this server. It's found right. Why it is not?
మరి అది హిట్ చేయాల్సింది ల్యాబ్ 6A కాదు కావచ్చు, ఇంకా వేరే ఏదైనా ఉందా?
ఇంకొక వేరే కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో జస్ట్ నేను ల్యాబ్ 6 అనే తీసుకునే ఉంది. సో
అయితే
ఏదైనా సరే
ఒకవేళ అదే మన కర్లీతో కానీ డబుల్ గేట్తో కానీ అదే సర్వర్లో హిట్ చేసి చూస్తే బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో కమాండ్తో
అవును.
200
అవును.
రెస్పాన్స్ వచ్చిందా లేకపోతే ఏమొచ్చింది?
ఉమ్. So it is getting the response.
ఎక్కడ వచ్చిందనే 200 వచ్చిందా?
200 రాలేదు. You are not found on this server.
404 నాట్ ఫౌండ్.
ఉమ్.
అంటే ల్యాబ్ 6A కాదనే, అది ఇంకా వేరే పేరుతో హిట్ చేయాలేమో.
ల్యాబ్ 6 నే
కంటెక్స్ట్
పేరు.
ఈ కంటెక్స్ట్ ఇది కాదనుకుంటా.
ఇదే ల్యాబ్ 6 నే.
6A
కొంతమంది వచ్చేది సేమ్ కొట్టేవాళ్ళం.
ఐపీ అడ్రస్ కరెక్టేనా మరి? ఐపీతో హిట్ చేశారు కదా.
ఐపీతో హిట్ చేసినా రావట్లేదు. 192
404 అంటే
మనకి వెబ్సైట్ టామ్ కట్ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది కదా చూడు. ఎడ్జ్
టామ్
టామ్
క్యాట్
కట్ ఓపెన్.
అవుతుంది. అవును. మరి దీనికి డైరెక్ట్ అవార్డ్ ఉంది కదా.
ఉమ్.
పర్మిషన్ ఇష్యూ ఏమైనా ఉందా? యాక్సెస్
అది కూడా
దీని
ఫిక్స్ చేసాం కదా. ఇలా క్లిక్ చేసినా కూడా రావాలి యాక్చువల్గా.
అది కాన్ఫిగరేషన్, టామ్ క్యాట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఫైల్లో అలౌడ్ డినైడ్ అని ఉంటాయి కదా, అదేమైనా ఉందా? వెబ్ యాప్స్ ఉందా అన్నయ్య అందులో? వెబ్ యాప్స్ లో ఉందా నాది?
ఏది
ఆ,
ఉంది ఉంది ఉంది.
వార్ ఫైల్
ఉమ్.
ల్యాబ్ 6A.var రెండు ఉన్నాయి. ల్యాబ్ 6A.var. ఓకే.
ఓకే ఓకే ల్యాబ్ 6 డాట్ వేర్ ల్యాబ్ 6 ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? ల్యాబ్ 6 డాట్ వేర్. ఓకే లెట్ మీ ట్రై.
రీసైకిల్ చేయండి అన్నయ్య, లేకపోతే అపాచ్ని ఇది లోడ్ చేసుకుంటుంది కదా 6A.var. స్టార్టింగ్
ల్యాబ్ 6 క్రియేట్ అయ్యింది. ఇండెక్స్ డాట్ HTML.
ఎక్కడ చిన్న మిస్టేక్ ఇచ్చినట్టున్నావునే. Access denied.
Mm.
By default, the manager is only accessible from a browser running on the same machine of Tomcat. If you wish to modify the restriction, you will need to edit the manager context.xml.
Text.xml. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
ఇవ్వలేదు అందులో.
Mm.
అందులో ఏం లైన్స్ ఇవ్వలేదు కదా, అంటే ఎక్కడ ఎడిట్ చేయాలి, కింద ఉందా కాంటెక్స్ట్ కింద?
ఇంకేం
అంతే.
లేదు.
అందులో చూడండి, అందులో వాడు ఇచ్చాడు ఏం పెట్టాలో అక్కడ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కింద ఇచ్చినాడు చూడండి, అది రెండు యాడ్ చేయలేము. రోల్
ఈ రెండా?
అనుకుంటున్నా, తెలియదు, గెస్. If you
Mm.
have already configured the manager application to allow access and you have used browser, use a saved bookmark. ఇది యాడ్ చేయలేము. Example, manager is your role to username Tomcat, the password, volunteer configure display. ఏమైనా మారిందేమో అన్నయ్య కొత్త version లో, అంటే ఇది యాడ్ చేయాలేమో కింద క్లిక్ చేయాలంటే.
మారినట్టుంది. జస్ట్ ఇది యాడ్ చేశాను నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఇప్పుడు.
లేకపోతే చాట్ జీపీటీ వాడండి ఒకసారి, ఈ ఇష్యూ వస్తుందని చూద్దాం. ఫోర్ వచ్చింది కదా మనకి. క్యాటలీనా హోమ్ లో స్టార్ట్ ఎక్సింగ్.
ఇది యాడ్ చేసాము మనము. కామ్కాట్ యూజర్స్ లో మేనేజర్ యూపీఐ, అడ్మిన్ యూపీఐ యాడ్ చేసాము మనం.
అంటే మనకి ఇది కాదు కదా ఇష్యూ, మనకి వెబ్ యాప్ యాక్సెస్, వెబ్ యాప్స్ లో ఉన్న ల్యాబ్ అదే యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి.
ఇంకో రోల్ మేనేజర్, మేనేజర్ XML పెట్టేశాను. పాస్వర్డ్ ఓకే. ఇవన్నీ డిలీట్ చేశాను.
కానీ యాక్చువల్గా అయితే ఆ వెబ్ యాప్ ని యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి ఇంత ఉండకూడదు యాక్చువల్గా. ఇంత ఉండదు.
జస్ట్ అంతకుముందు
ఎందుకంటే అది
మామూలుగా యాక్సెస్ చేసేవాడిని.
బ్రౌజర్ లో హిట్ చేస్తాం కదా,
అవును.
ఏది లిజన్ అయితే అది రావాలి.
టామ్ క్యాట్ హలో రిమోట్ యాక్సెస్ మేనేజర్ యాప్ అంటే
నాకు తెలిసి
ఇంత
ఏదో ఒక
ఉండకూడదు. జస్ట్
ఏదో
నాకు అంతకుముందు
ఏదో ఒక కాని ఫైల్ ఉంటుందన్నయ్య అది మన
వన్ యాప్స్
కానిఫ్లోకి వెళ్ళండి ఒకసారి. టామ్ క్యాట్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి ఫైల్స్ యాక్చువల్గా ఇందులో.
ఫైల్
చేంజ్ ఎడిటర్ కానీ ఒకసారి ఎల్ఎస్ఎఫ్ ఎంటర్ కొట్టండి. క్యాటలీనా ప్రాపర్టీస్ server.xml టామ్ క్యాట్ web.xml టామ్ క్యాట్.
ఏం కదలించలేదు. టామ్ క్యాట్ యూజర్స్ లో యూజర్ ని యాడ్ చేయాలి.
ఓకే.
యాడెడ్ ద యూజర్ రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ cd వెబ్ యాప్స్ మేనేజర్. అసలు ఎన్ని టచ్ కూడా చేయవలసిన లేదు. ఈ కాంటెక్స్ట్ చేంజ్ ఈ రెండు కామెంట్ చేయాలంట. కాంటెక్స్ట్ వాల్యూ కామెంట్ రిమోట్ యాడ్ వాల్యూ క్లాస్
ల్యాబ్ 6 అప్లికేషన్ కదా నేను. యా
వచ్చేసింది. ల్యాబ్ 6 ఇన్పుట్ పారామీటర్స్
ఇట్లా కాకుండా మామూలు డైరెక్ట్ హిట్ చేయండి అన్నయ్య ఒకసారి. అంటే ఇక్కడ నుండి వచ్చారు కదా మీరు, ఇట్లా కాకుండా బ్రౌజర్ లో హిట్ చేయండి డైరెక్ట్ గా. 6 వరకు
వచ్చేసింది.
తీసుకొని
వచ్చేసింది.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేసాం, ఆ కాంటెక్స్ట్.xml ఏం యాడ్ చేసాం మనం యాక్చువల్గా?
యాడ్ చేయాలి, రిమూవ్ అదే కామెంట్ చేసాము కంటెక్స్ట్ డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ లో. అది ఫర్బిడెన్ అంటుంది కదా,
అవును.
సో దానివల్ల చెప్తాను. సిడి వెబ్ యాప్స్, వెబ్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళి మేనేజర్ సిడి వెబ్
XML ఒకసారి
వెబ్ యాప్స్ మేనేజర్ మెటా అయినప్పుడు కాంటెక్స్ట్ డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్.
వెబ్ INF కాకుండా మెటా INFకి వెళ్ళారు.
ఇక్కడ కాంటెక్స్ట్ డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్. సో ఈ రెండు కామెంట్ చేశాను. సో ఈ రెండు కామెంట్ చేయకపోతే మనకి యాక్సెస్ ఫర్బిడెన్ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందంట.
సరే, ఓకే.
Understood?
Yeah.
So yeah, so just a Tomcat, a simple web application, how to install the Tomcat and how to deploy the web application. So in the last Saturday, in the last Friday, what we discussed about the Apache
Clients.
Tomcat. Apache, we installed the Apache.
అవునా, ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారా? ఓకే.
Mm.
ఓకే.
So we discussed two web servers. What we discussed. This is HTTPD we discussed in the last week. How to install the web server HTTPD and Tomcat and we deploy into the web server. So we discussed about the install HTTPD, port number 8080, conf file, so deployment file, restart. Simple ఇది Satish.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So now you understood about the Tomcat and Apache, how to install and how to deploy. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start the cloud. Okay. What is cloud and what is AWS? Why cloud?
దానికి కూడా లైనక్స్ లాగా మెటీరియల్ ఉందానే?
ఉంది.
ఓకే.
So we have a material, no worries. So AWS material ఉంది. ఓకేనా? PPT కూడా ఉంది. We have PPT.
PDF బెటర్ అనే. PDF. అచ్చా, మీరు PPT ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. కాకపోతే
ఇది
మనం
PDF, ఇది PDF.
ఎన్ని పేజెస్? 113. ఓకే.
113 pages. ఓకే.
మీరే రాశారా ఇది లైనక్స్ లాగా? లైనక్స్ అయితే మీరే రాశారు అంటే
అవును.
ప్రిపేర్ చేశారు మీరే?
ఇది కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ AWS? హిస్టరీ, రీజియన్స్, అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్స్, ఇది ఐడియా ఉంది కదా నీకు?
కొంచెం
Hmm?
కొంచెం టచ్ ఉంది, కొంచెం లైట్ గా.
ఓకే.
మరి లైనక్స్ అంతా కాదు కానీ ఇది
We'll discuss. You will get a more clarity about from tomorrow onwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.